I am looking and feeling like a hot mess and I'm overdue for a pamper night. So it's a Tuesday. I think pamper nights shouldn't just be saved for the weekends. It shouldn't be saved for a special occasion or, you know, if you've got something coming up. It should be when you need it, and I need it. My hair is just, it's overdue. And are you watching me? Are you watching me talk to myself? I need to give you my view. Are you watching me film myself? You very entertained? Yeah. I have an audience today. So yes, I am well overdue for a pamper night. My muscles are sore and my hair needs a wash. So we're gonna do the whole shebang. Just have like a chill night, listening to some chill music and have a bath and wash my hair and just have a great night. Also, I'm going to be answering some of your questions. I've been getting a lot of, where are you staying? Did you move? Who's that dog that you just saw? So come along with me to a pamper night while I answer your questions. This is probably more intimate than you would ever want. Mars's tip tappies. Oh, I love having a dog. So yes, this is probably more intimate than you would ever want to get with me. If it makes you feel any better, I'm wearing a bathing suit. So there will be no nip slip. Bathing suit, I have never used that term before. I've been watching way too many Americans on YouTube. It's bathers, not bathing suit. No one says that. I realized I made a really rookie mistake and didn't buy any bubble bath stuff or bath bombs or Epsom salts, which would have made this a much more lovely experience. So instead, I'm just sitting in water, which, if you know me, I don't love baths to begin with. I like what they do. Like, I like the feeling when I come out of hot water, but could have used some bubbles, I'm not gonna lie. I thought I would answer some of your questions. I asked you on Instagram to ask me some stuff. Let's see, what we got? As I already said, I got a lot of questions about like where I am, did I move, and why do I have a dog? So let's just get that out of the way. I am currently house sitting and the dog that I'm looking after, he's a greyhound. His name is Mars and he's very cute. You would have seen him all over my Instagram. He's so funny. But yes, I'm house sitting. I am currently living alone, which has been a whole experience. Like, I could probably do a whole video about living alone, but I thought that I would really struggle, and I did for like the first maybe week or two because I housed at another place before this. So probably during that time and then a little into being here, I wasn't loving it and I thought that I could never ever live alone. But now that I've been doing it for longer, I actually kind of love it. Like, it is hard because I'm the only one cleaning, and you know, if I leave something out, like no one's gonna remind me to pick it back up, or like I'm the only one taking out the bin, or if I have to do something gross, like I really need to clean out the bin because it's starting to smell, I'm the only one that can do that. Like, I can't have a friend come over and be like, hey, can you clean my bin? Which, trust me, I have thought about doing because I just really don't want to do it. Or like, if I forget to take the bins out onto the street for bin night, that's it. It stays like that. And I'm talking from experience. That definitely happened. So that's a bit of a pain, but it's nice that like when Brad's over, it's just us, or I can have friends over and not have to consult with anyone. I can leave the house and not have to consult with anyone. The best thing about living alone is literally just doing whatever you want and not having to answer to anyone. And I'm friggin' loving that. Also, just things like if I need to grab my clothes from another room, I just walk around naked. Like, no one's here to tell me not to. Pretty much just no one's here to tell me not to do anything, and I'm thriving. My younger teen self is just living right now. I do have a few more questions, but I will come back to that later, and I'm just gonna relax, read my book. Yes, I'm still on this. I am this far into it, so I've got like this much more to go. So I'm getting there, okay? I know it's taken me months, but I'm getting there. Dropped my Frank body scrub into the bath and it was like half full. and then it got filled with water, like bath water. So I can only imagine that that's ruined now. But as you can see, I washed my hair. My muscles just feel so much more relaxed. Oh, by the way, using Esme Skin Treat, just the hyaluronic acid. And I'm just gonna do my skincare now. I already washed my face in the shower. I use the Bohemian Skin gel cleanser. But yes, I thought I would carry on with the house sitting questions because there were quite a few. I had someone ask, how do I get these house sitting gigs? And to be honest, it's just word of mouth and like people that I know. Also using the Bohemian Skin moisturizer. But yeah, I mean, I first started house sitting like a couple of years ago, and I think the first person was just from Facebook. My mum was a part of this Facebook group, and these people were looking for recommendations for a dog kennel. And my mum was like, oh, you know, how would you feel about house sitting? Like, I know someone who can house sit. So I think I was 18 at the time, and I was looking after 2 visuals, and they were, to say the least, high energy and loud. Like, would not stop barking, but loved them. Like, I had so much personality, I had such a good time. I think that was my first ever gig, and like, that was hard living alone. And that was interesting, living alone at 18, but like 2 dogs had heaps of company. It was a big learning experience in many ways. And then another time I house sat for one of my mum's friends. That was a different arrangement. She didn't have any dogs, but it was a huge house. And also, I don't know how this happens, but I always manage to house sit houses that are like way nicer than mine. Like, I don't know if you can tell. Doesn't look like my bathroom. Yeah, so I'm like super lucky to be in these beautiful, like either mansions or like newly renovated houses or just brand new houses, full stop. So yeah, I house sat for one of mum's friends and she had no dogs. It was a massive house, and that was an experience. I did not like living by myself. Well, it's not true. It was fine, and I enjoyed it and I loved being there, but it was just so different to be completely alone. Like, there definitely was more of like a fear factor. I'm gonna get changed and then I'll continue this. And this is the unfortunate aftermath of my exfoliant going everywhere. I just got into some comfy clothes because I'm gonna make some dinner now. I'm pretty sure it's like 8 times it. It's 8:30. And I didn't think I'd be hungry, but luckily I pre-made some food for lunch tomorrow. So I'm just gonna heat that up. So pretty much after that, it was just word of mouth. Pretty much just me mentioning to people that I'm house sitting or was house sitting for someone else makes them think, oh, maybe I need my dog house sat. So I then house sat for my boss, which you would have seen in another vlog. I was looking after Stanny, and now I'm here looking after Mars, and he's staring at me again. And it's just so cool. Like, I get to stay in these beautiful houses all by myself, get to do whatever I want. Obviously rent-free, bill-free and everything like that. The only thing that I really have to do is just look after a dog, which I absolutely love because I love dogs. So it's literally like the best job ever. Another question I get asked all the time is, do I get paid? And it really depends. My first job, I got paid a lot because I was looking after 2 dogs, and for a couple of weeks, I think. When I was looking after just a house, I didn't get paid at all because obviously I wasn't looking after anything, and it was also kind of like a favor to a family friend. And then if I'm looking after a dog, I'll get paid. I don't really have a set rate because it's obviously not something that I'm doing constantly, but I don't know. Like, if you wanted to get into it, that was another question. If you want to get into it, it's sort of just like do it for your family friends or your family and then just have them tell their friends. Or I'm pretty sure there's like house sitting sites that you can sign up with and you can just house it. You probably won't get paid, but if you're not wanting to rent right now, it's a really affordable way to live. Just obviously means that you might have, you know, a bit of gap time where you're homeless. Trust me, I've definitely thought about it. But yeah, if you're happy to just bounce around and sort of just like live out of a suitcase and sort of just live wherever, I would highly recommend it because I really enjoy it. I'm gonna take this off because it's falling off my head. my absolute favorite thing at the moment. I literally just got this Asian sort of like mix from Aldi, and it comes with this chili sauce that I have no idea what's in it, but it is. And yeah, you saw the rest. I am going to hoover this down, sit back, do my favorite thing, and watch Gilmore Girls. Sorry if it's a bit loud. I am next to a fish tank. Not ideal, but not my house. I also have a puzzle here, which I've been doing lately. It's almost done, so I might even get into a bit of that, but I'm going to eat and watch Gilmore Girls.
To bed clothing, so it's very important that we are
on the first floor or near a fire escape. Yes, Taylor, I know, it's all taken care of.
I think the way that I relax the most and like am most revived is with food. Obviously eating it, but also just like making food relaxes me so much. Like I'm obviously thinking about what I'm making and what I'm doing, but I don't know, like it's just really soothing for me, and like it's really creative as well, because I don't really tend to go by recipes. I sort of just go off like what I'm feeling and what I think will be good. So I am very much playing into that right now. Dinner was amazing, and now I'm gonna have a sticky chai. This is the best chai. It's expensive, but this was gifted to me, so I don't really mind. But I'm gonna have this, and then I kind of want a dessert as well. I'm thinking maybe an ice cream or a cookie. Ooh, or I got chocolate. But I thought I would answer one last question about the house. Someone asked if I could do a house tour, and I think I can't, just because it's someone else's house. I have only done a house tour for one of the places that I looked after, and that was like very minimal, not showing much, and I got permission. So yeah, I don't think there'll be a house tour. You'll obviously see like bits and pieces of the place, but it's someone's house, so you're sort of like intruding on their space, and not everyone wants to be on the internet. So unfortunately, no. Okay, well, I have quite a few choices. I've got some Panda ice cream. Oh my god. I saw these boxes at Coles for $2.50. So I grabbed 4. How are these $2.50? I'm pretty sure they're like $12 for 3. And I think the only reason was like the box was a little bit like banged up. But oh my god, how amazing. So that's one option. I also bought some muesli bars that were on special. These are so good, but I already have one of those today. What else do I have? Oh, I got some of this chocolate. How pretty is this packaging? Like, this makes me so happy. I don't know why, but like the chocolate's okay. I haven't had the 60%. I think I've had like the 80% or the 70%. But look at it sparkle. Like, I didn't want to throw out my last bar of chocolate because it's just so pretty. Bingo. Lemon cranberry cookies, homemade by Papa. I think this will go perfect with chai tea. Now back to watching Gilmore Girls. I realized that I actually forgot to do a lot of the self-care, aftercare kind of stuff that I wanted to be doing. So I'm shaving my peach fudge. Yes, peach fudge. Ooh, peach fudge. That actually sounds really good. Has anyone ever made peach fudge? Just gave you a recipe idea there. Which, by the way, brings me to another question. Someone asked me if I could post my carrot cake recipe that I posted the other day on Instagram. Short answer, and unfortunately no, because I have no idea what the measurements are. I could give you the ingredients because it's what I filmed. And actually, now that I say that, I realized that part of it didn't film. So there are some things that weren't shown in the video purely because I just forgot to press play. I don't know if anyone else is like this, but with Apple iPhone, if you just go on like regular camera, like video, as soon as I see the red dot, I just think it's going. Or I press it as if I'm on Instagram stories and hold it down, and that doesn't work. You have to just press it and just let it go. So the amount of videos that I have not recorded because of that is very unfortunate. So short answer, no, I'm so sorry. Most of my recipes that I make up myself, no idea any of the measurements. And by most, I mean all. I just completely make it up. I've got love your tats, do you plan to get more? Thank you so much. I love them too. It's actually funny that I say that I love them when I literally had like a crisis the other day going like, do I like tattoos? Do I want any more? Do I even like the ones I have? Are they still me? People with tattoos, do you ever have those moments where you're just like, fuck, why did I get tattoos? Like, I don't know, sometimes I have these moments of like, do I really like this? But then other times when people ask me about my tattoos, I'm just like, oh, they just feel like a part of me. Like they just, every time I get a tattoo, it feels like I'm uncovering a part of me that was always there but I could never see. It's very conflicting. Yes, I am planning on getting more tattoos. I actually had an appointment for last week, but it got cancelled. So when I was in the middle of my crisis, I was quite happy about that because I was like, oh good, I don't have to get this tattoo that I was like umming and ahhing about. Even though the months leading up to it, I was so psyched. So I don't know how to feel about that. It still hasn't been rescheduled, which is kind of shit. It's been like a week now, but whatever. It is challenging me with my whole like being willing to spontaneous resolution goal that I have. Sort of just like accepting it and going with the flow. When it got cancelled, I was like, you know what? It actually worked out for the best. Not sure what I want. I got to take my dad to the airport that day because I thought I couldn't because of the appointment. So I was like, you know what? I get another day. Oh well. Another thing that really tested me was the Rexford County concert got cancelled. Again. So I once again got tickets for the mosh and for my friend for her birthday, and it once again got cancelled. Yet another very challenging moment that I had to deal with and pretend to be okay with. If you have peach fuzz like me and you're insecure about it, or you know, it's just a little too much for you, I highly recommend shaving. This is just a Revlon shaver that I've literally had for probably too long than I should admit, but I do have another one which I should probably end up using soon because I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to use them too much, but anyway. But yeah, totally highly recommend. It makes your skin so smooth. I do this instead of exfoliating because exfoliating can be a bit rough on my skin sometimes, and if you're a makeup wearer, it keeps your makeup looking super smooth and sticks to your skin rather than sticking to the hairs on your face. So highly recommend. It is now 11 o'clock. A lot later than I was intending to go to bed, and I'm still gonna read my book for probably about half an hour. But that's okay. It was a good, productive night. I don't know, I'm glad that I did it. Pampering for me, I'm realizing, is less of like the traditional sort of relaxing and pampering. I do enjoy having clean hair and shaved legs and moisturizing and all that kind of stuff, but to me it's definitely a chore. But I feel good afterwards. Like during isn't really like that nice for me, but definitely reaping the benefits. I'll feel good for about a week now about what I've done tonight, and I think that sprinkling in a couple of things like watching Gilmore Girls and doing my puzzle and reading my book and eating really good food sort of makes the process a little bit easier. So I guess I feel productive and feel relaxed, but I'm gonna finish this off with a couple more questions before I go. First up, I'll just do two more. I want to start a YouTube channel, but I'm too scared. Any tips? It sounds so dumb, but just do it. Stop thinking about it, just do it. Don't give a shit about anyone's opinion. For me, and I know this isn't for everyone, but when it comes to posting online, I don't actually process who's gonna see it. I just go, oh, this is funny, or, you know, I feel like making this, I'm just gonna put it out there. And to me, I don't even think that it's going out there. To me, it's just done. And so I think that's the biggest barrier that people have, is worried that they're gonna be judged. And I think that once you get past that, it just gets so much easier and more enjoyable as well. So if you want the biggest tip, it's just do it. For me, it was middle of lockdown and I was bored. I needed a new hobby, and I always wanted to start a YouTube channel. I'd wanted to since I was a kid, and in the end I was like, fuck it. So I just got up a channel, had no idea what I wanted to do, and just made like a 2-minute video sort of just saying, hey, I'm here, and just posted it. And when I posted it, I just walked away from my laptop and just said, well, I guess that's that. I don't think I'd have any other advice. But if it's definitely something that you want to do, it with anything really, even if it's not starting a YouTube channel, if there's something that you have been wanting to do for a very long time and think that you'd be very passionate about it, just do it. Stop waiting for the right time. Stop waiting till it's perfect. It's never going to be perfect. I'm nowhere near perfect. I look back at some of my old videos and some of my old thumbnails and go, oh my god, the things that I would fix. But I also look back and think, oh my god, I used to do things this way, and like, look how far I've come, and how funny was that time. I'm so glad I documented it. So that would be my tip. And to end it off, sorry if I didn't get to your question, there was actually quite a few, but I am more than happy to do this again if you would like that. But I'm gonna finish off with, there's always silly ones. A part of me doesn't want to include them just because I'm trying to like have a serious chat, but another part of me is just like, why not? Fave breed of moose, please answer, I'm your biggest fan. Well, if you're my biggest fan, of course I'm gonna answer this. I'm not gonna lie, I did not know that there was multiple breeds of moose. So there's that, so just moose in general. But I will tell you a fun fact. The plural of moose is not meese. That's actually from a story that just, it was kind of like a Chinese whispers kind of thing. I'm guessing Canada had this book and they called them meese. And from then on, other countries have been like, oh, that must be the plural. It's not. If there's multiple moose, it's just moose. There's your fun fact of the night. I'm gonna go because my camera's about to die. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that all your questions were answered, and that maybe this inspires you to have a pamper night. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and that's it.